My name is David Perkins, and the Native Americans I have is the Alibamu tribe. The Alabamus were originally from Alabama. However, they were forced to a reservation in Texas with the Coos-Hatter and the Creeks tribe in the 1700s. There's only about 2,000 of the original Alabamus. They were first seen by Spaniard explorers in 1541 in the Mobile Bay area. Life was pretty simple back then for the Alabamus. They spoke an Alibamu language and also had a Mobile jargon language for trade with other tribes such as the Coos-Hatter, the Seminoles, and the Creeks. The men were the hunters, and they also went to war. The men hunted deer, wild turkey, and fish. Usually the chiefs of the tribes were male. The women were the farmers. They farmed corn, squash, and other vegetables. They also had household chores such as cooking, cleaning, and watching over the house. The children were also a pretty big role in the house too. When the men went to war, they sort of took over whatever the women needed help with. In the Alabama villages, it was square-shaped with houses and farms. The houses back then were built with plaster, river cane, and thatched roofs. They also had a lacrosse arena and bleachers around it for anyone who wanted to watch. Lacrosse was pretty popular back then because it was also invented by the Indians. There was a tall, circular building for town meetings and other town events. For transportation, there were canoes dug out from logs. They also had dogs to help drag them around, and sleds, sort of like Eskimos. Clothing, the men wore a breechclout, which is like a washcloth in the front and back. It's exactly what Tarzan used to wear, like a mini skirt, if you will. The women wore wraparound skirts. Shirts were worn by either gender, but when it was cold outside, they both wore ponchos. They also wore moccasins on their feet. They painted their faces for special occasions, such as when they went to war. The men wore green and black, sort of like camouflage. The women also had, I guess, more beautiful colors, such as yellow or red. The main allies for the Alibamu tribe were all the Southeast Native American tribes, for example, the Coos-Hatter, the Seminoles, and the Creeks. Something special about the Alibamu is they are mentioned as one of the most ancient and valorous tribes, meaning they are actually one of the first made tribes of the Indians. That's that's all I have, and my name is David Perkins, and that was the Alibamu tribe.